Right, James Delhunty to table 18, please. James Delhunty, table 18.
Table 2, Luke Anglesey, Justin Gillies. Luke Anglesey and Justin Gillies, table 2. Table 4, Lisa Smith and Emma. Table 4.
Come on, go again. Go again. Go again.
Alex Payson Mumble, table 15. Alex Payson Mumble, table 15. David England and Sarwan, table 17.
What's happened?
2. 17, maybe, but
And Deanna Luke Foster on 22. Upstairs is 22.
Yes.
Paul Miles and Clint Kaplan, table 7.
Good evening and welcome to the commencement of Nationals 2018 at the Commercial Club Hotel. You got many watching? 33. It's been a long day, so if I'm not quite accurate in what I'm saying, just ignore me. Another great setup here by Dan. So if you're watching over the duration, we've got Dan here on tables, what are these? 15 and 16.
Table 13.
And
Table 13.
We've got the AEBF live streaming from tables 1 and 2, so there'll be plenty of action around. Also, too, from Victoria's perspective, I'll be trying to live stream as many of the Masters matches that I can. So if you can't get onto the AEBF website, we'll be doing that as well. So I've got my roomie here who's just picked up 2 shots from Paul, who's failed to hit a cushion. Fran Wrigley, recently inducted to the Victorian Hall of Fame. The way he was hitting them last week, you'd think this was pretty much all over. Been a long day when you consider people got up here at 12, so they've left Melbourne at sort of 8:30 or 8 o'clock or something like that, and it's some ridiculous time. 10:54. Sorry.
Still in the first round.
Oh yeah, Cran and Paul are actually still playing their first round. Cran started playing his match at the same time I started mine. Mine was over pretty quickly. Certainly a lot of talent in the room. Benny Noon and Alex Severnades went toe for toe up the back there. It was a break, it was a couple of shots, and then one of them finished it, so it was over pretty quick. Benny getting up there. The Victorian's young Isabella Di Giorgio, she just absolutely smashed up the opposition in the first two rounds, so she's pretty happy with herself. Fighting to, this is actually best of 5, so next frame is the winner and through to the second round. Not quite sure what time we're going to finish. Don't know what time Dan's going to shut down. He looks like he's just about to shut down now. If you're watching, let us know where you're from. Big shot from Paul. I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do here, but pretty much killed the black into one corner, but it's going to go into the bottom right hand, so it's up to the little maestro here. And girls, looks like this first frame is going to be fairly well decided with an easy black into the middle. Yep, there we go.
Table 14, Dick Young and Brendan Smith. Table 14, Nick Young and Brendan Smith.
So Nicole takes that one. Cran is just under hit that a little bit. It's leaves him a pretty tough angle into that top left-hand corner. Trouble with that sort of shot, you're not going to be guaranteed where the white ball's going to go, but it shouldn't be too bad for him. Good evening, people from South Australia and Tassie and Connecticut, USA. How does Connecticut, USA follow us? Are you an expat? 8 a.m. in the morning. There we go, Cran just covered that pocket and hasn't left Paul terribly much apart from maybe closing up the bottom left-hand pocket. Can't see him going too far past that, so he should just plonk this over the bag. Unless he wants to get the game over and done with. Yeah, but unfortunately he's left too much of a gap there for Cran. I'm pretty sure he's going to take advantage of that. I'll even start predicting the way Cran goes on this because I don't know him that much as a player.
Okay, well, sorry about that. It's table 5 is Nathan McMahon and Stone Stenhouse, table 5.
I know that Cran's pretty pumped to do well this Nationals.
Table 3. Lyndall and Elise.
Valentine says good luck to Lisa Garvey. Lisa's playing for the enemy, Valentine. That's New South Wales. So anyway, thanks for watching. Nick, you've gone from Iceland to Tassie. You've gone from cold to even colder.
That's upstairs, guys.
Oh, that's a good top shot from Cran. Well done. Played that to perfection.
Chris Lewis and Pam Lawless, table 6.
And Cran progresses to the second round. If he doesn't, because he wears glasses on his head. That's a big shot from Mel. Good cover of the pocket there. We got any overhead shots, Dan? No, I was just impersonating Peter Butters, that's all. But anyone that gets the opportunity, if you're not terribly far away, come down to Albury or up to Albury or over to Albury and see some worldwide talent happening. We've got the English Lions and the Lionesses coming out for some test matches. We also have the Indigenous match against a hand-picked Aussie side as well. If you're not familiar with what the program is for the week, he's starting off tomorrow morning with team photos. Then we have the opening ceremony and then pretty much kick into it straight after that.
Chris Rennan, 6 o'clock, table 12.
So straight after the opening ceremony, the men's and the ladies are on at 12 at midday. So the streaming table in the men's is going to be Victoria and South Australia, and in the women's it's going to be Western Australia and Northern Territory, and then they both play back-to-backs. So the men's are again on at 2:45 and the women's are on 2:45, and the Masters start coming into it at 5:15. And they've got back-to-backs with their second match at 7:30. In between that, 5:15 and 6:30, the singles men's 96 games commence. So they're actually playing all the singles in amongst everything this year. And then in the Masters at 7:30, Northern Territory and ACT are going to be featured on tables 1 and 2 on the AEBF. And the men's singles will be featured on Q Sports. Not Q Sports. Can you call yourself again? CueballTV. Now we've got a Mel fan here. Also, too, pool stats are going to be used entirely over the Nationals, so so long as everyone is updating the scores as they go, you will see them pretty much live scoreboard. Valentine, she is a lovely trader. Anyone out there watching, and don't be terribly biased, but let's start giving some picks. Apparently Travis Krall is running a bit of a market. For some reason or another, he's got New South Wales in there as second or third favourite. Well, the girls have got each other pretty much tied up with pockets at the moment. There's nothing that's really on anywhere. Chris Raymond and Sid Scott just now started on the other table. So on a daily basis, we pretty much kick off every day at 10 a.m, mainly with the teams events. Once we start getting into Saturday, the singles are going to be taking precedence over the teams. So there'll be some very good viewing there. Some very interesting matchups as well. The men's singles in particular that we've noticed. And if you want to check who's on the playing schedule, just go onto the AEBF website and click on the all the singles tabs, and they'll give you all the rundowns. This year again, we're going to be running the 2020 time format. So hopefully all the players have been practicing or tuning themselves to play that. There's still quite a few leagues around the country that are still playing 30-30, but once they get up to the top end of town, it's 2020. So hopefully you'll see some exciting pool. Players tend to believe that they make a few more mistakes because they're a little bit more hurried. They can't. Oh, that was a good putt in the middle, but she's just snookered herself, unfortunately. But yeah, the players are owning up to making a few more mistakes because they haven't got as much time to think about it. So I guess that'll sort a few players out. Shot tight into the middle. cover down the pocket, down the rail. Ooh, and we've got a foul on the girls' table. Mel's just failed to hit a cushion. So what does she do here? It's foul snooker. So she play the red or the black and kick that out, so then she's got an easy shot on the yellow. Remains to be seen. So yeah, the rundown for the Ladies International, England versus Australia. Test 1 is at 5:30 on Tuesday, October the 23rd. Followed up 10 a.m. on Wednesday, October the 24th. Test number 3 is at 5:30 on the Wednesday. And we conclude the 4th and 5th tests on October the 25th. First one being at 10 a.m. and the second at 3 p.m. Barbara Taylor's still around as the English captain. Kat Jones, she's the 2018 European champion. Sophie Gibbs-Nichols is the 2015 Home Nations champion. Sharon James, 2018 runner-up world champion. And Lorraine Fivey, who was the 2017 runner-up world masters champion. The Australians contingent, led by Lyndall Element. Lyndall originally from Western Australia and come over to Victoria. And by her own admission, her game has improved tenfold. She was the 2018 World Player of the Carnival, and she's also the Australian captain. Colby Poole, who won who was the ladies 2018 Big Guns champion. Sharon Brown, who was the 2016 Australian champion. Nicole Welsh was the 2017 AEBF Player of the Carnival. And Rebecca Smith is currently ranked number 4 in Australia. So there's some pretty good talent there. Yes, it is.
Penny and Bella, table 15. Penny and Bella, table 15.
So we're just catching up here. Sid Scott won that first frame in that one there. The Indigenous All-Stars, we've got a few tests as well. Pat Broderick's the manager on that one. That's a super shot. Gets out of that very well. So just put the pressure back on Nicole. Quite sure whether that hit the cushion and rocked back or not, but I'm not sure what she was trying to do there. She's left Nicole open for the yellow.
Table 8, Brett Rich. Darren Waite, table 8.
Might be able to hear Mickey McPherson in the background there, calling up all of the all the players in the knockout comp. She's having a few tongue-tied moments. That's all right, Mickey. We all do that sort of stuff. Just do a shout
Shane
out.
Bell, Steve McCormick, number 1. Shane Bell, Steve McCormick, number 1.
Ooh, a couple of Victorians up against each other on table number 1. Shane Fell and Steve McCormick, who's the current Masters Victorian champion. Shane Fell, first stateside ever. Very, very pumped
Greg
to
Siegel,
make it.
Noel Gardner, number 19. Greg Siegel, Noel Gardner, number 19. Upstairs.
Yeah, Ray, we're catching up with that, thanks.
Jeremy Maguire and Delahunty on 18. Jamie Stevens, Crane Wrigley, is that correct?
So we just had Jamie Stevens and Cran Wrigley called up. A couple of Victorians against each other.
Crane Wrigley, Jamie Stevens, table 16 please. Steve McCormick, table 1. Steve McCormick, table 1.
And so we got Mel here to drop the black into the middle to even it up. Been a bit of a struggle this game for the girls. And rolls it in and just makes it. So Mel. Yeah, Mel. So that makes it 1-1. Chris has got a big cut into the corner there. I'm not quite sure that it's. I'm not sure that it's going to go inside that red. I don't think he. Don't believe that he's. No, he's not going to look at that one. Ooh, Sid's just sneaking himself on that one. Underplayed it. Brand new tables here by All Star Pool Tables. If anyone wants to buy them, I believe they're about $2,500 or $2,600. You'll need to get them delivered from here, but All the pockets are cut to the ABF standards, and playing very nicely. When the boys put them in, they went around and levelled them and let them settle onto the carpet and then levelled them again. So they should be running very true. Thanks, Daniel. Sorry, that was Nicole won it, so she's 2 up. It's been a long day. Chris Freeman to knock the yellow into the middle, which he does quite successfully. Comes back down, easy black into the bottom left. And 1-all. Nicole's just played a good plant on it there. On the yellows. Well, nearly 20 past 11, and we're into the 3rd round of the men's. Probably the 4th or 5th round of the ladies. It's getting pretty scarce here.
Jesse Brown, table 5. Jesse Brown.
You're gonna have to excuse me. I've got to go and buy one of the
John Murphy and Mick Norton, table 14.
one of the hangers a drink.
Frank Stubborn and Jimmy Searcy, table 2.
I wouldn't call me a commentator, Daniel. I'm just here to make some noise, so you don't hear the background noise or don't hear anything. That's a big yellow up the top. Should be able to get past that, knock this one in, and sit pretty for the black into the middle. Pace. Yep. Chris has just cut a couple out there to leave himself comfortably on his last three yellows. That's a good in the middle. That's the one.
Chelsea and Jack McCartney, table 13, please. Chelsea and Jack McCartney, table 13.
Run around, plonk this into the middle, and the black down into this bottom right-hand pocket. See Chris take this lead, 2-1. Yep. Walk around the table pretty confident. Oh, took that a little bit too easy. Let's sit back into the game. And most unfortunate, not terribly happy there, is Sid Vicious. Just casually plays it over. Just takes the third frame, so he goes to 2-1. Dan's doing the social media thing at the moment. He's just catching up on the family and everything, so Chris won that one. Sid the break in the next. Looks like it'll go there. Got, one worrying ball on the just short of the balk line. That's probably his only concern. For the big left-hand cut. No.
Leslie and Sue on table 3. Leslie and Sue on table 3. Jack Hunter and Michael Hayes. Table 21 upstairs, please. Justin Stubb, Akina Siegler on table 17, please. JJ Spinks and Mark Robinson. Table 7, please. Spink. For Carlisle and Michael C on table 20. Chris B and Justin Sage, table 12. Nicole and Lisa, table 4. Weekly, Dave Ewing, table 11. Grant Weekly and Dave Ewing, table 11. Matt Harmon and Chris Raymond, table 18, please.
So we've got Justin Sage and Chris Begley to the table here. Justin's just broken, one of each. Taking reds. Yeah, starts off pretty well. They're all on, it's just a matter of which way he takes them. And as the real commentators say, mapping out the table. So if he misses position on one, he's got it on the other, so run this gently into the middle and then either the red down the bottom left or into the centre. Cam Lawless is just giving me some advice. Justin Sage just going about it again. They play some pretty precision pool here to go master on this one. Just making it difficult for himself. He's sneaking himself on the bottom red. He's got the top red, but how he's going to get back to position. Is anybody's guess. One for the big tight cut into the middle, missed. Chris Begley comes to the table. He hasn't really got anything on, except for the plant. But if he does that, he's going to leave Justin pretty much onto the red, but he makes the plant. Shot. Snuck this front yellow that off the two of them into the middle. No, down the other way. Great shot, but only leaves himself one ball. Might have been better off going taking that one into the middle. Meanwhile, on the other table, Dave's just wandering around and knocking his yellows in. Takes this and runs through to take that top yellow into the, or the middle yellow into the middle, or moves to the bottom. Yep, knocks him out. Should take the yellow up to the top pocket. Maybe come back a little bit. Yellow into the bottom right. Good shot by Chris to come back to take the first yellow into the middle. Screw back. Second yellow. A little bit unfortunate with kissing the red, but this should drop pretty easily. So it's two fairly easy blacks to wrap up some first frames. Sure, Justin won't be terribly happy about letting that one slip. Just a couple of little bit off shots off the break. He could have cleaned up there, but unfortunately he's probably just getting used to the run of the tables. All brand new, never been used before today. Even after the boys put them in yesterday, they didn't even put a ball on them. Dave. Dave Ewing breaks, knocks a red in and sets a yellow, couple of yellows up over the pockets. A little bit of a cluster of the black and the red and the yellow, which he's looking at now. Looks like he might take the yellows. Saving grace is the red dead on the bottom here, so looks like he's going to take the yellows. Will he take the plant now, or will he just leave that there to be a bit of an interference and go? Yep, plant. In or over. Whichever way. Ooh. That was very ambitious there. We're up to 55 people now watching. Those that haven't, let us know where you're from. Why are you up on a school night? Should be bedtime, shouldn't it, Dan? Yeah, Dan agrees. This is a tight red to the middle. Leaves Dave back on. They're all on. So it's just a matter of which way he takes them. And Justin on the other table puts the brakes on because he's got a yellow that's pretty much not in a real good spot on the top left.
James Dillon, table 14, please.
That's a good red into the middle. Should be pretty much of a clean out for here for Dave. They're all on. It's just a matter of black where he comes back down to, whether he brings it into the middle inside that red. I think he's looking at it that way, so he just runs this in. He's got the red, yellow into the centre, run past that, and the black into the middle left-hand pocket. And a pretty easy clean-up for Dave there. Justin's still got the brakes on.
Alex Pace and David England, table 8. Alex Pace and David England, table 8.
Chris not giving Justin too many options here. Does he go for the gun and try and double the yellow over, or is he going to pop this and kill the black? That's a good shot. Kim, what are you working at? That you're watching pool. Or what are you not working at? More the point. We won't tell anybody.
Luke Foster and Clint, table 15. Luke Foster and Clint Kaplan on table 15. Chris just throws it back to Justin, so righto, I can do that sort of thing as well. Try and get that yellow out and not disturb the red into the pocket. And while Dave just puts the brakes on and just covers the pocket there. And that's a super shot from Justin. That, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys and pool players, is why he's one of the best going around. Regulation black to even it up 1-1. Hale and Darren Waite, table 1.
Not sure whether Chris underestimated Justin there, or he. Or what he was thinking, but
particularly a player of Justin's calibre. You don't give him 2 visits with 1 ball left on the table. And a very rare dry break from Mr. Sage. Chris is just opening up to go out. Good shot. And looks like Dave Ewing's in a bit of a mood here. He's gone from second gear into overdrive. Should be a fairly regulation out for him here. To advance to the next round.
Stacey Bryan, Mickey Young, table 5.
Yep, definitely a man on a mission is Mr. Ewing. And that's it. Thanks for watching, Grant. This in, promote the yellow out into the middle. Didn't quite work out. He's not going to make it into the middle. It looks like he's got to play it up to the top left-hand corner. The left-hand cushion into the middle of the table or to the right-hand side of the table, so he's got the black up the top right. But he's got to make the pot first. If he doesn't, I would say that Justin will make him pay. And he's missed, and Justin, I believe, now will make him pay. Game they're all on. Just a matter of whether he wants to play a snooker to let himself back into this, or whether he wants to just go for it. Yep, going for the snooker. Just to give himself a little bit more breathing space. Yeah, what does Chris do here? Does he try and go for it? He's got room up between those reds, or does he just run up behind this first one here? No, looks like he's going to go crack. Yep, and he's made it. Still is going to be difficult for him with the yellow being pushed closer to the end cushion.
Jesse Brown and Craig, table 11.
foul, 2 visits to Justin. Yeah, it's just a matter of him for him to work around the table. Very uncharacteristic mix there. He overplayed that a little bit, I think. Maybe lost a little bit of control. Things a little bit difficult for himself. Very uncharacteristic.
Stenhouse and Chris on table 7, please.
It's a big cup. Didn't quite make it. You'd think that Justin should clean up here. Just a matter of which way.
Steve McCormick. Hello. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. Shane Fell and Noel on table 2, please. Table 2, sir. Table 2. Sir. Justin Stubbs and Michael H on table 6.
Well, I'm going to save everybody's ears and turn it to mute. I don't think Dan will be far off closing down, will you, Dan?
No, table 2. No, table 2, please.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Check McCartney. Check McCartney. Oh, I can see you. It's on there 7. Jamie Stevens. Mick Norton. Table 13. Michael Norton. Table 13. Michael Norton. Michael Norton. Table 13. Jack McCartney, Daniel Thorpe, table 3. Jack McCartney, Daniel Thorpe, table 3. Jack McCartney and Thorpe on table 12, please. Table 12.
The other way, I think.
No, I've been sitting here a while now.
He's gone to the toilet, not me. He's gone out there for a cigarette.
Who's going out for cigarettes in the bar? I haven't got time. Scorpio, don't worry about it.
Have a call, bro. A what? Heads or tails? Tails. Yeah, heads. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Jesse trying to play off the cushion, missing and giving Craig 2 visits.
How did you flip that?
I flipped it twice.
I know.
Brought it in my hand.
Not
put
an
it on
easy
the table.
plant, but should pretty much make that. And he's over. He smashed that. Didn't need to. Right, and on the other table we've got teammates here, Jake McCartney and Daniel Thorpe going at it. Jake breaks, comes up dry. Thorpe's just giving him a bit of a mouthful, saying, "Why did you leave that for me?" It's just a matter of him going to work here. And he just hits that with gay abandon. Opens them all up. And on the other one, Craig's just let Jesse back in. So 1-1 between Jesse and Craig.
Don't go talking to him. He doesn't need any more encouragement. Step away, sir. Please. Please step away.
I'm trying to help you.
And you're not a rapper. I'm
trying to help
Run
you.
there. Fuck off, mate.
Okay.
Thorpe is in a right royal mood here. He's laughing and telling people to, no wonder it's Cam Lawless. He's telling them to wander away. He's just going about it. So how long's this been going on for?
Oh, I knew that one was going to hurt me. Jesus.
Oh, that's a bit of a loose shot.
Yeah, it was a good end until that. Yeah, until I missed the butcher. No, fucking Run DMC Bobby. Just a bit annoyed about it.
Yeah, they're commentating on each other's games. Jake's back into the Victorian side for a first time for a couple of years. You can see a little bit of a difference in his being. He's got the short haircut. Apparently he saves himself about $600 a year on shampoo. And about 20 minutes of hair drying time. He just told Thorpe that he's got some table knowledge because he's doing some work with JR at the moment. He actually built a few of these tables. So, so he's just hanging it on Thorpe to say, hey, these are my tables, I'm going to go. If you get a chance to come in or watch Jake's matches this week, over the next couple of weeks, you'll find that he's probably one of the best one-frame players around. He's actually on the waters, which is a good thing. Take that, Thorpe.
You got no idea. Good looks.
And just cleans up.
Yeah, it's like this fucking sitter. Because Mr. Blackman over there fucking put me off.
Family man.
That's one zip to Jake.
That's what I used to call them BMX bandits. I used to call them BMX band-aids. We should call them BMX band-aids. I thought you saw him hanging out with New South Wales guy.
What are you talking about, mate?
Were you hanging out with Trent?
I was fucking watching the game that was going on.
It's a pity you can't hear Daniel tape to tape with Cam.
I drove the WA person.
Looks like he's in a happy mood.
Yeah, Jamie drove to USA.
Yeah. I know Jamie drove that to me.
Big break from Thorpe. He's dropped the yellow. 2 yellows.
Shut up,
I thought he said that one.
no, he said what up to Trace.
Oh, what up? I thought he said shut up.
Focus on your game, mate.
Take yellow.
Thorpe's finally made a decision. He's going yellows. But then again, he could change his mind. No, he's not. And that's probably not the result he wanted. Being captain obvious. That's a big shot from young Jesse, just a bit of interference with that red in the bottom right. Philippe misses to the middle, and I think Jake might make him pay here. He's in that sort of mood, I think. Jake McCartney. Get rid of the rubbish to start off with. If you notice Jake's cueing action, the amount that he feathers the ball is determining on how confident he's hitting it. Generally, he's a little bit slower than that. He played that probably a little bit too quick for what he normally does. But I'd say Thorpe's going to go out here. Seems to be a fairly natural progression. This one in the middle. Middle just in front of the balk into the top right. Other one into the top left, and the black wherever he wants it. Thorpe definitely is a confidence player, and he's got the run of the table. He tends to go for it. That's how you do it, people. And on the other table, Craig has literally thrown it down to Jesse and say, right, you got one on here. See how you're going to go? Yep. And he just hasn't done himself any favours.
Jesus, that's a shit.
Meanwhile, Jake has a bit of a crack and knocks the yellow in.
Pop one good ball and you're fucking out.
And Craig has tried to drop that. Very low percentage shot. Left Jesse on. Tries to play the sneaker. It looks like Craig might have that shot through the middle. He's still got that red ball sitting on the yellow, which is probably Jesse's saving grace. And Jake just uses another ball to set himself up for the next one. Yeah, Jake's definitely in the mood.
He doesn't like it. Now he's got to play the one in the middle and get on that one. Give him the middle. Jesus, Thorpe.
That is a huge shot. Did not even see that. Thought he would have played the red through the middle and then just kept that one tied up. But here, that is just a massive shot into the middle. That's just swung the momentum. And Craig should pretty much go out here, as Jake is at the moment. Yep. Thorpe, you're a spectator.
Love seeing my Victorian.
Nasty break there to Jake McCartney to go 2-1 up.
Love my Victorian.
I want to see you do
Did anyone watch that?
Thorpe's
Fucking no, don't take that out. My husband broke the balls with
Thorpe's still got a smile on his face, but he's throwing darts at Jake. Craig should be able to finish this fairly easily. He's either over it or under it. This will need to go because Jesse's got to. Jesse does have the skill to go out if he plays a very measured game.
That's going to hurt.
And that's a huge back. Jesse goes 2-1 up.
Great shot.
Oh, sorry, Craig goes 2-1 up. Yep.
Big shot. Roll it in the middle. I know, we see that.
61 viewers. Have we got some that'll come back, or 62 now? We got some that'll come back, or have we got some newbies? If you've just joined us recently, where are you from? Why are you up at this time of night? Jake's on red and just left it tough for himself to make a pot here.
He's not going to give me here while you're at the table.
Then again, you don't underestimate this guy.
Everything, mate. All over it. Right, mate.
That is probably one of the worst shots.
I think Thorpe might be walking up to the table and saying, "Thank you, Jake. I didn't realise you knew it was my birthday."
I can get this at 2-all. I'm happy.
I couldn't have been any worse.
Good lesson that Craig's just played. He's extracted a couple of dead balls out, and now is saying to Jesse, well, if you can pot out, good on you. Could be a bit of a fatal mistake there, Jess. Although the black's not going in terribly many pockets, maybe the left middle. Craig's got to do a lot of work to get position onto it, unless he can break it open after putting this red here. Or does he decide to play safe? Meanwhile, Thorpe's ego's up and walking about. Big cut across. And I'd say Jake is going to make him pay for that. What do you reckon, Dan? Are you prepared to put the 3-1 up for Jake?
Same as I did.
No?
Screwing at the yellow.
Dan's just said no, so he's on reds, yeah, so well, there you go, Dan. Yep, this is pretty much it. Thorpe's standing up, sitting down. Just going to be a bit of a spectator here now. This is why Jake McCartney's such a good player. He's just made something out of not a great deal. There you go, teammate. Thank you very much. They kiss, they make up. Now Jake's looking for his next victim.
Oh, is this getting redone?
Yep, you're over. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night. Love you.
Someone will call you,
Tracy will speak to you.
It looks like that's the end of the night because the licenses run out for here. So, which is a little bit unfortunate. It's time to rock and roll, call it a night, and then come back tomorrow for photos. Thanks for putting up with me.
practice might as well, guys. Don't want to waste the mate, Jake. You don't want
You fell asleep earlier. The fuck you still? Must be dreaming.
What are we doing? I got second wing left. You're up, Jamie, what? So when are they finishing this off? This guy's fighting his balls out, so he's like, oh!
You know where it is in the pool?
Ready. Well done, boys. Well done.
No, they used to do one.
You're a bully, Spud.
I wouldn't mind just doing a fucking, get position like this.
Couple of beautiful little doubles there, and how everything was sweet. Hey. You had a couple of years off, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna do more off after this season. That's not my choice. Well, it is my choice. I want to play.
Well played, Jesse Brown. First year this year, brother.
Yeah. And Q's at night.